Hi, guys. Welcome to Soul Connections. I'm your host, Polly Jo Labbe, broadcasting to you through Star Nations. And we're here on Be Live. And it's kind of cool to have this ability to bring you a broadcast that comes to you through Facebook land. And some of you will watch it in YouTube. But it's a way for us to connect, to heal, and to come together as a community. Tonight's show is all about you. There are a lot of you out there who are light workers, who do a lot for other people. And sometimes we get, a little run down, and sometimes we put other people first a lot. And this is your check-in, your chance to take care of you. My team is here to assist you on healing whatever needs to move for you. And we are in fantastic energy to move a whole lot of things this evening with the new moon coming and Mercury, going direct. It's like, phew, we can really use a lot of the energy that's out there for us to create some big movement and big shifts for ourselves. So remember, when we do the healing meditation, that you can set any intention that you want to, that you need to, for your own personal growth. Anything that you want to let go of or anything that you want to call into your life, tonight's the night to do it. And after the meditation, I pull cards, divination cards, oracle cards, as you would call them. And tonight's deck is the Art of Love Tarot deck. And this is from Tony Carmen Salerno. And I really enjoy Tony's work. It really resonates with a lot of the feminine love vibration energy that's going on. So we can have an opportunity to kind of see what's up for us for this week. And because it's a tarot deck, there are also some soul cards in there that are an indicator of what might be going on as your soul lesson right now or your soul mission. Because, we have day-to-day stuff that we're going through, but sometimes it's journeying us forward on our soul path. So sometimes it's a little reassuring to know that all the crazy chaos maybe that we've been going through is because we're about done with one of our soul lessons. I know for me, that really can help make things, a lot easier, if that makes sense. So I'm getting used to this new studio and the beautiful Neshi is here to produce my show for me, and it's helping me see how things are going to be. And so to help out with that, you guys can like and share the broadcast. Get it out there to anybody that you think maybe could use a little healing or a little guidance. Remembering that even if somebody watches this after it's been broadcast, the healing energy is right there to tap into anyways. It goes forward to whoever's in need, which is really cool. But I do only pull cards live. So if you would like a card drawn for you, all you have to do is type in yes, please into the comments. And Neshi will be working on bringing those up for us. And so we will be doing that shortly. I wanted to also put a big shout out to a number of people who watched the Chakra Sessions show, my show yesterday, all about remedies and crystals and the new oil blends that have come out. There was a lot of information in there, and I afterwards was so surprised at how much we didn't even get to a meditation because there was so much information. And another big thank you to Neshi for typing a lot of the sort of summaries of what we were talking about into the comments. So if you didn't get to see that and have been having some wonky energy going on, or you're looking for some tools that can help you through this kind of ascension energy, a lot of the major chaos shifting, maybe you need some help grounding, more fully or releasing other people more easily. All of that was in yesterday's show. So tap into that, the chakra sessions, because that had a lot of stuff in it. So I'm really happy for that. So we're going to get started. I hope you guys are trying to stay cool where you are. It is quite warm here in the Northeast. We're in another kind of heat wave. But sometimes, we need that extra fuel to get things moving, I think, sometimes. So that's what we're in for. So let's start by getting grounded and maybe take a couple of really deep breaths. And with each deep breath that you take, just feel the connection to your body, to the room you're in, to the earth, and just notice if you feel the weight of your body connecting to your bone structure, or you feel it pressing down on the chair or the floor or the bed. And really allow all of your muscles to relax. Don't be afraid to let your belly hang out. Nobody's going to see. And in this space, I invite you to ground your energy. And we all do it in our own unique way. And whether you envision a cord of connection from your root chakra or your tailbone that goes down through your legs and feet deep into the earth, or maybe you see your tailbone extending like a cord of its own all the way down deep into the earth. Maybe you experience a cord of connection from your heart center that goes through your third chakra in the solar plexus, through your second chakra below the navel, through your root chakra near your tailbone, and all the way down through your legs and the earth. Or maybe you just need to call in Grandmother Earth to come up to ground you, allowing her energy to come up through your legs and feet. Maybe imagining mud coming up to cover you, or vines to hold you and anchor you. Whatever gives you space to feel relaxed, held, and supported, and most of all, safe in this moment. And we're going to invite in the divine energy, however we perceive that, to surround and protect us in a bubble of infinite love and an infinite light, creating a sacred space for us to do this healing and clearing work this evening. And invite in your spiritual team, your entire team, your angels, your guides, the star beings, your ancestors, the animal totems, the mystical creatures, all divine, of the highest, fullest, and brightest vibration available to you in this moment. Opening and expanding your connection so that you are more able to receive messages and communication from the divine and your team in this moment and throughout this whole healing meditation. And we're going to begin by calling in the divine energy to begin to cleanse, clear, restore, and balance our entire energy system. And to do that, we invite the divine to come to our crown chakra and just make sure that our spiritual connection is as open as we are able to. That we've moved or removed any doubt that may get in our way of experiencing the divine energy flow fully. And now gently allowing the energy to come into your forehead, near your third eye, and really clearing and expanding your perception. Using your intuition and all of your senses to work together as a team. So that you lovingly see and receive all the information that you need to make clear and concise decisions in your life, in your purpose, allowing you to see clearly what other people are trying to communicate, maybe not even through words, but through action or reaction. And opening your ears to hear more fully all the ways that messages are given to you throughout your day. Some verbally, some visually, some through symbols or music. Just opening your awareness so that you can hear clearly and also be heard clearly when you are communicating with your team and with others. And opening and expanding your throat chakra to make room for the authentic truth to be spoken. Releasing any anger or frustration that you've been carrying in the back of your neck, so that doesn't bleed through onto the other words that you wish to communicate. Releasing any stress and tension that you've been holding on to tightly in this area. In any ways you have blocked your inner knowing. Those beautiful aha moments that come in through divine communication. And allowing the energy to gently release from your shoulders and your upper back. All of the responsibility and burden energy that you've been carrying for yourself and for others. Giving you a moment to gently allow that to slide off of you. You don't need to hold that in this particular moment. And if you carry a lot of tension here, Feel free to move your shoulders, hold them up really, really tight near your neck, and then gently let them fall. Letting some of the energy release. That you've been carrying tightly in that spot. And moving down into the heart area, your physical heart, your chakra heart, and even your high heart or the transcendental heart, where all three of your hearts come together. And in this place, releasing any disappointment, sadness, or grief that you may be holding on to. Any heavy emotions that you've been carrying for your family, for society, and even for yourself. Any energy that is not in the vibration of unconditional love. Gently breathing into those spaces where it is tight and allowing anything that is not love to dissolve, to diminish, to release. And now connecting to your inner child and seeing how the inner child is doing. Is the inner child having difficulty with hurt feelings? Having difficulty feeling or expressing joy or play? Having difficulty feeling the magic of being a divine being? And if so, gently send love and healing energy so that the child can return to the childlike state of wonder and grace. Releasing the adult responsibilities so the child has room to breathe as they play. And connecting to your inner adult who sometimes hangs out with your inner critic. When the two of them get together, notice whether the critic is speaking kindly to help you as they guide you, or are they speaking the words or the voice of someone from your past? And is the inner adult carrying all the weight of that or the responsibility of that? And forgetting how to be a being in the flow of energy, in the flow of life. Are they kind of paddling upstream at the moment in an energy of resistance, especially to change? And connecting to your inner warrior, that part of you that is fierce and able to defend and protect you, to advocate for what you need and what you deserve? And has the warrior been battling a lot lately and maybe needs a little break, a little rest to restore their energy? Releasing the warrior from all the life stresses, so it can take action when it truly is needed. And can wait patiently for its time to respond. And connecting to the inner wise one, that sage elder that we have carried with us each and every lifetime. That part of us that accesses the wisdom of the universe and all that we've learned in each and every lifetime. And making sure that communication is open so that we're willing to receive the knowledge that we need without having to learn it all over again. And being okay with our inner knowing. And trusting the wisdom that we carry to be perfect for us in each and every moment. And moving down into the solar plexus, into the third chakra, and really accessing our inner self. Noticing whether we feel confident, worthy, enough. And if we don't, what is causing that energy to collapse? Is it fear? Is it frustration? Is it anxiety, stress, or overwhelm? Are you feeling pulled in a bunch of different directions, or do you feel super stuck right where you are? Do you feel the presence of a lot of judgment energy? Is your inner critic judging you? Are other people judging you, or are you feeling very judgmental of others? And all of that pulls us away from our inner fire, our inner flame. And when we're centered in ourself and centered in our being, then we are able to create the life that we wish, that we desire, and that we deserve. And giving yourself a moment to allow your fire to burn brightly, not raging out of control, not diminished so someone else's fire looks bigger or brighter than yours, but in balance, in love, and in the fullest spark that you are. And moving into the second chakra below your belly button, and connecting with all of your feeling energy, all of the water that makes you you. The happy, the sad, the joyful, the frustrated, the beauty and creativity that is you. And reminding all aspects of your life to be in flow, so that all of the energy within you is flowing, your bloodstream, your oxygen, your lymphatic system, your digestive tract, just allowing everything within you to flow. And emotionally allowing the energy to go back and forth so that you can have full and complete relationships with others. Releasing any stuck energy, any toxins that you may have connected to other people, other things, other ideas or beliefs. Anything that is impacting your creativity, your sexuality, your financial flow, they're all connected. And expanding your manifestation circuit to flow through both hips so that you can anchor your creation energy in the physical and spiritual realms at the same time, using your masculine and feminine energy completely in balance, and connecting it all to your root chakra near the base of your tailbone, allowing it to be rooted in safety and security and a sense of foundation and belonging and connectedness, even if you are simply connected with the earth plane and your spiritual team. And asking all the energy that you are willing to release that was stuck in various parts of your energy field and your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies, and allowing that to move down through your legs and your feet, down through those cords of connection and those roots, all the way down through all the layers of the earth. And just envision all of that flowing miles and miles beneath us, heading to the sacred fire of Grandmother Earth's heart, to the molten lava center in the center of the planet, sending it back to that original creation energy so that it can be turned into something new and beautiful and supporting of you and the planet we all inhabit. And taking a moment to invite Grandmother Earth to fill us with that creation energy. Now that we've been willing to open and expand and release things that no longer work for us, filling in all those little nooks and crannies, bringing our whole energy system back into flow and feeling it as it comes up our feet and our legs, up our knees, thighs and hamstrings into our pelvic floor. And allowing it to move up our spinal cord and up through all our organs, giving them a moment to relax, restore and repair themselves. Having gratitude for all that our organs do to help us be here on this earth plane. And bringing the energy up through our rib cage, our lungs, and our heart, and all of our energetic hearts as well. Expanding and making room for more love energy to be held, that unconditional love from the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And letting that energy run down our shoulders, our arms, and into our hands.
Yeah.
So that we can share the healing energy with others. And moving it through our neck and our throat, all the way up through our head. And as it goes through our skull and reaches the top of our head, just allowing the energy to cascade around us like a giant fountain, filling, cleansing, repairing our aura in every direction, dimension that is needed, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Through each and every lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah.
And taking a moment to release any cords of connection to others that are no longer healthy for us. We don't have to know who they are. Just if we feel any place where there is a connection that doesn't feel comfortable within your body, just allowing that to dissolve. It won't release family members because family members will return in love and light, but it will release any toxins that you may be carrying with them. All right, so I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths and allow any excess energy to go down through the ground into the earth. And I'm about to pull cards for people who would like a message. So the card deck again is the Art of Love Tarot deck, Tony Carmen Salerno. And I find that this is really helpful to connect us to a higher vibrational part of our being. So we often have themes as we're doing the reading. So it'll be interesting to see what this new moon energy coming out of retrograde, all of that, how is that going to impact us? So I'm going to read and pull cards in the order that we received them in the production studio, which may not be exactly the same that you have that you see in front of you, because requests come in from all different streams, and so we have them in a particular way. So if you would like a reading, just type in yes, please, and I will get to everyone who asks for a card. So hang in there. If you ask for a card, I will give you a reading, okay? All right, so I'm going to start with Rob Candle. Hello, from the Polly Ann Trail. I love it. All right, so tonight, your card, I don't know if you can see the little cheetah guy under there, is the Page of Stars. And the Page of Stars is all about curiosity. The any of the royalty cards are those who are in sort of command of taking action in some way. And a page is a very young royal. And so often a page is innocent in the way that they are taking their journey. So I love the curiosity being attached to the cat, because it feels like it's time for you to get curious again. I also think of curiosity being very attached to your inner child, because the inner child always wants to know what makes things run and how do things work. And as adults, we get into ruts. We get into doing the same old thing over and over again. And so give yourself in this next week an opportunity to try new things. Take a new direction driving to work. Try some new food. Don't wear the same clothes together. Maybe wear a different shirt with a different, set of pants. Allow yourself to explore some other possibilities. Because when we get stuck in energy and we get in this place where we feel like nothing's moving, nothing's changing, we can start to take action by trying new things. And some of them you'll like and some of them you won't, but it will start the creative energy flowing again. Maybe pick up an instrument you've never played and see how that is, and maybe see what that does for your musician part of you. But call in some curiosity, try some new things, and share with us some of those things that you're doing, because that would be really fun. All right, Minnie. Nice. Your card is one of our soul cards. It's the High Priestess. And in this deck, really the High Priestess is very much in tune with the divine, very connected intuitively, and really uses that as her guiding force. And this part of your soul's journey right now is for you to tap into that version of you. That is who is meant to lead you forth on this next chapter of your life. And you just moved and you've just done all this wonderful creation energy. And so really see how you can feel like the High Priestess, how you can call that divine feminine strength within you, which I know you have in buckets, and use that energy to really emanate from you. It will attract a lot of new people to you when you really own the High Priestess that you are. There are a lot of us women who are women leaders, and we're meant to do it in particular ways. And I see you as the priestess of the forest, right? And connecting to nature, divinity, and teaching other people how to do the same thing, how to walk the divine nature walk. So yeah, bring it. Okay, Marie. Nice. Nice. Oh, I'll give Ava a card in a second. So your card first is the King of Trees. I don't know. This one always looks like Jesus to me. Don't know about any of you, but that's who I see as the face. The King of Trees is really for, you're a very strong empath. So the King of Trees is really grounded, and he is the creator of his own life, his own path. He is the architect of his life, and it's in a very rooted way. And when women draw male cards and when men draw female cards, it's because we need to tap into that energy a little more. You have a very soft feminine energy, so it's time to call in a little bit of that grounded male determination is how I'm seeing it. And part of that has to do a little bit with boundary setting. You've got some boundary setting to do with a few people. But remember, you get to create your life how you want it. So take charge, and remember, the king doesn't ask permission from anybody else. All right. And for your daughter, Ava. Oh, what a lovely card for Ava. So Ava, your card is the Wheel. And this is one of those soul cards. So it's telling you what your soul's doing right now. And the soul card of the Wheel, it reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. So, except on this wheel that you get to spin, all there are good things on it. There's no bankruptcy. There's no blank spaces. Everything on the wheel is good. So right now, you have a ton of choices, a lot of different things that you can do, and none of them is wrong. So what makes your heart happy? What would you love to try that you've always wanted to? What gets you excited? And let yourself do that. And I know that what your heart is calling for you to do, you have some fabulous parents who will help you create that. They will co-create that with you in your life. So take a shot, take a chance on something brand new, because it sounds like it'd be really fun and exciting for you. And I can't wait to hear what that is. Nice. All right, Karen. Nice. So Karen has the 8 of Trees. We're having a little tree energy tonight, which is good. We need some grounding. I like it. So the 8 of Trees in this deck is really about the fact that you have accumulated quite a bit of skill. You've gone through the apprentice phase, and I mean, you graduated from the school. But you've gone through the learning. Now it's time to apply what you've learned. Now it's time to hold yourself as a skilled professional. And in a number of different ways. You have some, skills that you've been using at your work, which maybe don't fill you up. But maybe there are ways to use those same skills differently in a different scenario or a different situation. On top of the fact that you are stepping into this brand new energy of healing animals that's been calling to you for a long, long time. And so now you get to put those skills to use. You really get to get out there and help these animals that you've been wanting to work with so intently. And I see that really exploding in a lovely way for you. But there also is some sort of component to the computer piece that is meant to evolve. And I'm not sure how that is, but I just keep seeing it off to the side, doing its own evolution as well. All right. Have fun with that. All right. Margaret. Yes, I'm feeling much better today. Thank you. So here's another tree. You have the 7 of Trees, my dear. And see all the sunlight that's coming through the trees? That's really important. In this card, the 7 of Trees are inviting you to go into a quiet place of contemplation. You've had a lot of things going on. There's a lot of swirling energy that's been going on. And now is the time to start sorting through it all. Starting to understand why things have been happening the way they're happening, what is dissolving in your life that you've been trying to hold on to for a long time, and really coming to an understanding that maybe there are a few relationships that you have that just really aren't healthy, that really don't fill you, that drain your energy, and maybe it's time to shift how you do those relationships. And that can be hard, especially when those relationships can be family oriented, because we want the best for other people, especially as empaths. We just really want the best for them, but they have to want the best for themselves as well. And when they don't, then we get really drained trying to give all our energy to them to try to help them. So make sure that when you go into that place of contemplation, that you're really focusing on what's the best thing for Margaret, what's the best next step for her, and what lessons were you going through or trying to learn in the last month, because we've all had a few of those. All right, my dear, have fun with that. All right, Christine, of course, you got the Two of Angels. Thank goodness somebody got this card tonight. The Two of Angels are all about balance, sweetie. That the yin and the yang are coming together. The masculine, the feminine are coming together. Your spiritual and physical life are starting to come together. You're starting to get to a place where you feel more sure-footed. And if you've felt really wobbly or really like everything's been crazy in the last few weeks, this next week, you're going to feel the balance return. You're going to feel yourself center, and you're going to start to feel more like you, which is great. And, there's been a lot of energy tossing us around. So to have a week of energy where you're finally going to settle and be in this balanced state, enjoy it, and give yourself a break. Allow yourself to just feel what it's like to be balanced and grounded, and how that impacts your life and what you're doing, because many times we don't even realize how good it is when we have it. We often complain. So make sure you take some time to enjoy all the balance that's coming. All right. Jackie. Nice. Another one of the soul cards. So your card is called the Beginning. It's that goddess, like really coming out of the lotus, really blooming into this new part of her life. And I love this because in the original tarot deck, the first card is the Fool, and he's got this little, bag over his shoulder, and he looks a little foolish. She does not look foolish. This is all about new beginnings, initiating into a new life, a lot of empowered energy. It's like you are birthing a new you, and in that birthing process, just really allow your head to be held high, really let yourself shine as who you really are. Don't take flack from anyone else. And see what magic can you create in this new journey. There's a whole new chapter that's starting for you right now. And so for the next few months, I encourage you to call in that brand new goddess that is coming out for you, and allow her space to grow and see who she can truly be. There's a lot of magic in that. I love that for you. All right, I'm grabbing a drink, and then Cindy Lynn will be next. All right, Cindy Lynn. You have the Eight of Angels. And the Eight of Angels, dear, is it's a tough card because there's a lot of confusion. And this is just for the week, and it doesn't have to be like a bad thing. People think of confusion. Oh, hold on. There's another card for you too. Okay. So with your confusion card is also the Ace of Hearts. So let's look at these two together. So there's confusion of what to do, and the divine handing you unconditional love. So in this place right now where things may be all over the place, know that it's happening from this really wonderful love energy of the divine. And sometimes, we're so used to things being a certain way and we can't imagine them any other way. And so the divine has to kind of shake us and confuse us so that we stop doing it that way. And it's done from this really beautiful love space of unconditional love. You deserve something better than what you've been doing and what you've been stuck in. But maybe you haven't been able to see the light of that. Like there's a part of you in the back that's like, I deserve better, but you don't know how to shift it and create it. So know that there's this love energy underneath the confusion. And in those confused moments, look for the messages, because that's when your spiritual team will send you the animal, a rabbit running across to let you know, there's, things that are going to multiply in your life, or you're going to see, the angelic numbers on your dashboard, or you're going to hear music and it's got this one line that sticks out and it's just the advice you need. So in those confused spaces, you're going to have the divine love energy coming in with guidance. So look for that, be on the alert for that, and know that this shakeup is so that you can have something better because you deserve it. All right. April, you have another one of our soul cards. This one is the Sun. I love this one. I mean, I love all the cards. They're so beautiful. And the Sun card, you can see the sun reflected down on the water as well. And the Sun is all about using your life force, using your vitality to shine your personal light. You are in a space where it's time for you to shine. So how can you shine? How can you get out there? Other people need to see your light. There are a lot of people who are having difficulty in their own darkness, they're caught up in their own drama, really. And so how can you send them love? How can you show them a different energy, and be that for some other people? Because when we're using our Sun energy, we're in perfect alignment with our life purpose. We're in perfect alignment with who we are. And so this is for the next few months. So you don't have to figure out exactly how you're going to shine tomorrow. But if you can think of it, great. So make sure that you're really spending the next few months asking yourself the question, how can I shine my light today? That's what I keep hearing in my ear. How can I shine my light today? And let that guide you. And wouldn't that be great if we all did that? If the entire planet did that? Because then wouldn't everybody be shining all the time? And we'd have a lot more love energy. So let's get that started, April. Thanks for getting us on the right path. All right, Carol, you have a soul card as well, my dear. Yours is the Empress. And the Empress is the Mother card. So the Mother card is really, it's like the Divine Mother. There's a queen. She carries a certain energy, but an Empress, She runs not only her kingdom, but she rules every aspect of her life and her surroundings. So this is the energy that you are going to be using to approach this next segment of your life's journey. And again, this is a big theme for us tonight, ladies, that stand in your version of the divine feminine, your goddess, your high priestess, your, newly birthed self, and you as the sun or you as the empress. Because when we all hold the essence of the divine feminine, we start to radiate that unconditional love on the planet. And so you are going to be standing in this place where, again, an empress does not take direction from somebody else. She is in charge. But when we carry that mother energy and we're in charge, we still listen to other people. We still validate their thoughts, their ideas, and their beliefs. And we internalize whether that is the best choice for the whole group, for the collective. We don't dismiss what somebody else says or needs, but we also don't bend over backwards and put that person ahead of ourselves. So step into that empress. I feel like there's a whole bunch of you out there who need to go make yourself some crowns. Find a crown, put it on, wear it, and let's own that goddess energy. I have one of my crowns here, actually. Pull it off my altar. Here's one of mine. I don't know if you can see her. So this is my crown that has all the chakra energy, and she's made out of copper. And this one, actually, when I use this, it's when I'm tapping into the divine feminine. And my students kind of joke that that's my everyday crown. It's not my fancy crown. But that one really expands my connection to the divine feminine. So maybe you need a crown. Let's get some crowns going. All right. Julie Hedges. Oh, I can see Julie in a crown. Oh, of course. Nice one for you. So we had the sun and now we have the moon. So Julie, you're in that soul phase as well. I love the moon goddess energy because she shines her light into all the darkness so that other people can see their way out. And the moon goddess carries a lot of emotional energy. So it's time for you to really access that intuitive aspect of you. I know you do to a degree, but I feel like maybe we can kick it up a notch. And you know the power of the planets and the moon and the alignment of them and how to use those to really bring forward a fuller version of yourself. So tap into that energy and know that that's what's on tap for the next few months. So I want to see, feel, sense the moon goddess that's within you and feel her shining into some other people's dark spots, because that's sometimes our job when we're affiliated with the moon. All right. Nice job. Okay. So now we have Kimberly. Hi, sweetie. So here's another tree girl. So this is the 9 of trees. So the 9 of trees is very stable. It's very sturdy. And this is when you're sort of fine tuning. It's like, okay, I'm not real happy with this little thing. So let's just switch that a little bit. It's that refinement of, when we're doing our creation energy, we create, okay, I want a new home. And then we get our new home and then we tweak it so that, that the paint matches how we feel and that we decorate it. And so, because we usually don't walk into a house with it fully in the perfect creation that we want. The same thing happens with jobs and things like that. So it's like tweaking, refining things so they really line up with you and your purpose. Remember, it's not about refining you. It's refining what's around you to come into alignment with who you are. And this is a very grounded energy for you. So I'm excited. And you really could do well with the new manifestation blend that came out this past week that I talked about in my show, either the manifestation or the manifestation point that may help you a little bit with what you're trying to create. All right, Michelle Suzanne. You have the Page of Hearts. And again, the page is at the beginning of the royalty. It has this really lovely, innocent energy, lovely heart energy. And this one is about innocence. It's that childhood innocence, that childhood love of, not being in that wounded place. So how can you expand and open your love energy to really hold all the possibilities that love and being in the energy of love can share with you? So the way it's hard for me, I'm having a little difficulty with words. So what I'm seeing is that that your inner child kind of like skipping and singing and dancing and almost throwing rose petals like a flower girl, but the rose petals are hearts. So like spreading heart and love energy in this beautiful, youthful energy. So that's what is up for you this week. So maybe think about things like, how can you do some random acts of kindness? That has been a big theme for a number of people. This lovely woman I know created hashtag 4,700 acts of kindness. And it really got a lot of people thinking, especially in my area, about, gosh, the little things that you can do to spread the love. So think about that this week and see if you can do a random act of kindness every day. Wouldn't that be great for all of us? All right, Bobby. So Bobby, your card is another one of the soul cards. She's a little rough around the edges. So right now you are working on, at the soul level, you're looking at what fears are holding you back, what resistance is inside of you, and you're coming face to face with them. And that can be really daunting. That when we go through these phases where those old fears surface, it's a time for us to stand in our personal power and say, no more. You have ruled my life way too long. And how can I shift this fear? And when we shift fear, we're taking fear and we're turning it into love. We're shining light into it, onto it, and through it. And it's giving us a space to find the gift in the fear itself. And I know that sounds really hard to hear. I've gone through some very difficult things recently where that was hard, because there was a lot of fear that got reactivated from my very early childhood. And I thought I'd already worked on it. And so having to face that fear, see it as an adult, no longer as a child, and really holding space for my inner child to trust me as an adult to take care of her, and that the circumstances don't have to be the same. It's a way to start dismantling those old fear patterns and allowing us to stand in the fullness of our light. And if you need help, just let me know, because I'd be happy to be there for you. All right, Randy. So Randy, you have the 9 of Angels. And so your energy for this week is, is all about the guardian angel. And I really feel like you're being surrounded by your guardian angel, being looked after. And as part of it, it also allows you to feel like the guardian angel for other people. But I want to caution you on that, because sometimes you give your energy away is what I'm seeing. You need all the energy that you have right now. You've got a lot of stuff that, needs your full life force. So when you need divine support, when you feel the need to want to protect somebody else, ask your guardian angel or ask Archangel Michael to come in and do it for you, so that you're not depleting your own life force energy to help someone else. We do that a lot. But I want to encourage you to use your own energy. You need it for healing right now. So if you feel inclined to give your energy away, call on your angels and ask them to do the healing for the other person rather than depleting yourself. Okay? All right. Thank you. All right. Deborah. So you have the 10 of trees. Woohoo! So in the 10 of trees, this is all about family. This is all about this connectedness. It is the family gathering. She's standing at the heart of the family tree. For some people, this card is about loyalty. I'm not feeling it so much as loyalty as much as you're creating a sense of family community gathering. And in that place of family community gathering, it's allowing your heart energy to kind of explode. And you're not needing somebody to swear an oath of loyalty to you for that. There's just this loving connectedness that has your family energy together. And I always need to throw out the reminder that family doesn't always mean our physical family, but it can be our friends and our soul family, our soul sisters that are our community, that bring that family energy within us. It's lovely when it is our, family of origin, but sometimes it's the community and the family that we've created that is coming together and gathering in this way. All right, nice. So Martina. So Martina, this is the 8 of stars. This one can be a tough one. The 8 of stars is when there is this energy that is gathering force, and it's going to create a surge. And that surge of energy, if you have intention, you can use it toward what you have, what you want to do, and how you want to create it. But if we don't have any intention, we can feel like we're getting tossed around like a ping pong ball. So really do your best to pull in some of the tree energy, keep yourself really grounded, And that way, when this surge of energy comes in, you can channel it into something that you've been wanting to create for a while. It's kind of like sometimes we have those energy bursts where all of a sudden we get a ton of work done. It's that kind of surge that's coming in for you. So I really encourage you to sort of gather it together, ground it, and use it rather than having it knock you all over the place. All right. So thank you. So Neshi, I'm just going to give a little heads up to Neshi. From this point forward, I can't see any of the names in the chat. So as you put them up, I'll be knowing who they are. So Jacqueline, your card is the 7 of Stars. Nice. So the 7 of Stars is calling on you to really reach inside yourself and find your faith. And, you know, faith can make some people uncomfortable because they think of religion. This is your belief in the divine being there for you and working with you. Having that trust that you're not here doing this alone, that there is a reason for everything, that there is a purpose for everything. That is what this faith is calling forward. And it comes in your high heart. It comes in the transcendental heart. And it activates this just inner knowing. You can't always prove what you know. You can't always make sense of it to other people. You just know what you know, you believe what you believe, and you are who you are. So that's the energy that's going to be tested this week. So really trust in yourself, in your team, and your connection. And all of that will get you through anything that's coming up. And I feel like there's a beautiful heart expansion for you after you go through this little bit of a test. And it feels very little, like a minuscule test. All right. All right. Thank you. Tina. So Tina, your card is another one of the soul cards. This one is called Harmony. And the Harmony card is really about, well, it's also about acceptance. Sorry, it's called acceptance, but I always see it as the Harmony card, because when we come to a place of acceptance, we come into harmony in our body. We come into balance. I always hear Om when I see this card, because it's all about you being okay with who you are right now, the circumstances that you're in right now, the challenges that you're facing right now, that you're just like, all right, this is what's going on right now, and this is how it's going to be. When we're not complaining, we're not worrying, when we're not stressing, we're not creating anxiety, those things all pull us out of the present moment. So this is about gathering your energy into the now and being okay with everything, even if it seems like a hot mess. It's like, all right now we got a hot mess, and let's see what we can do with the hot mess. And it's accepting where you're at and not judging it. Because when we create judgment around the circumstances or ourselves, or I should have done this, or maybe I could have done that, then again, we're pulling ourselves out of the present moment, and we're creating dissonance with our circumstances and our own personal vibration. So think about creating harmony, and Om is a really great thing to chant to help bring yourself back into your own vibration. I encourage you to take like 3 deep breaths, and then to do 3 ohms as long as you can hold the note, because by the 3rd time you start to actually feel in harmony with your own heart, and it can help a lot. All right, I hope that helps. All right, Valerie. All right, Valerie, your card is the 5 of Stars. And the 5 of Stars is all about diversity. Fives are in the middle of each deck. And so when the fives show up, the fives are, they're a little unsettled. And this is about, we get caught in the same old a lot. And when we do that, we don't experience the fullness that life has to offer. So this is about, there's a lot of different energy that's coming in, a lot of diverse energy, a lot of different people, ideas, and beliefs that are all coming from different places. Now, we can feel like that's a barrage and we can feel overwhelmed by it, or we can take the opportunity to go, okay, Spirit or the divine is showing me some new possibilities. And am I willing to listen? Doesn't mean you have to accept them. It doesn't mean you have to do them. It's just asking you to be open to more possibilities than you've been open to in the past. And it can be unsettling when there's a lot of swirling energy around you. But if you see it as, the whirlwinds of change, that can bring in some beautiful new energy, then maybe it's a little less daunting. All right. Hope that works for you, dear. All right, John. Nice. You have the 4 of Stars. And the 4 of Stars is a little more balanced than the diversity. And so the 4 of Stars is really about you moving forward. It's a sense of advancement. It's a sense of, marching down the road to the next level. And there's a sense of accomplishment around that. So in this next week, really give yourself moments to pat yourself on the back when you've done a good job. And because we're not always going to get a parade when we do something that moves us forward. Lots of times it happens without circumstance. But honor those achievements for yourself, because they may seem little in the scheme of things, but they are plugging you forward in a brand new direction that is going to feel really different. Like 6 months from now, when you look back, you're going to be in this place of like, wow, I didn't even know I was going that way. So honor each of those steps because they're taking you in a beautiful new way. Love it. All right. Mary Ellen. Here's another 5. So here's the 5 of Trees. And again, like I said, those 5s, they're in the middle, so they have a little bit of that tumultuous energy. And the 5 of Trees is when we get caught in some limitations. It means that, we're caught in some rules that don't work for us. We're caught in a situation where people have, some very strict belief patterns and we don't adhere to them. It's like you're being put into a box that, or actually maybe it's better, like you're being put into clothes that don't fit. So notice the limiting beliefs, the limiting, it's mostly beliefs that I'm seeing. Notice them. And just because other people have them doesn't mean you have to agree to them. And you don't have to wear their limitations. If they're only willing to see one way of doing things and you can see 10, you don't have to go with their flow around that, because that really constricts our ability to create, especially shifts and changes. So I feel like this next week, you're going to have a number of things that are kind of squeezing you, that feel too small, and do your best not to get angry about them, but just recognize them and see how can you shift them, because you only have to be as limited as what you're willing to believe. You don't have to be caught in what other people think at all. All right. Hope that works for you. All right, Karen. All right, Karen, you have the Knight of Stars. And the Knight of Stars, it's another royalty card. And the knights, knights are adventurers. And the Knight of Stars is really about that. It's about how can you create some new things? Get out there, try new things. You've been doing the same old for a long time. What have you always wanted to try? And do one thing that scares you every day. But really, how can you bring some wonder and adventure back into your life? You've been caught in a rut. A number of us have been caught in ruts lately. And so this is really encouraging you to step out of your comfort zone. And knights are just, they go for it. They're not shy. They're not worried about what anybody else thinks. They're out for the fun of the exploration. The outcome doesn't really matter. It's a matter of having fun, just trying new things. So how can you bring some cool adventure into your life in this next week? And I'd love to hear what that looks like for you. Nice. All right, Ellen, nice to have you. So you are having the Four of Trees. And notice the tree is in her heart and her throat. So this is all about, you're going through a period of growth right now. And, you're really trying to lock down your own foundation and who Ellen really is and letting her bloom. And I know this has been difficult for you because, you spent a lot of years being other people's versions of you. Your sister had a version of who Ellen was, and your husband had a version of who Ellen was. And in those, and even your, people at work, they had a version of who they thought Ellen was. And boy, it's been uncomfortable with all those versions on you, right? So you are really starting to take root as the true Ellen and your true you. So be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to use your voice to set boundaries with other people on what is okay and not okay with Ellen, and what you need and for your growth. And remember that, try not to slide into people pleasing right now, because it's really easy for us to do as women, but it doesn't serve you in your personal growth that you're going through right now. Okay? All right. All right, Dinah. Nice. So your card, my dear, is the 10 of Hearts. Yes. So the 10 of Hearts really is the end of something. So there's an ending that's coming together for you right now. And there's this feeling of enough is enough. A little bit of exhaustion. There's been a lot of emotional upheaval, a lot of water shed. But the moon has been lighting the way. And, you've done your best. You've really tried to do this thing the way other people want it. But it's done. It's over. It's complete. And we get to leave all of that exhaustion and heartache and frustration behind. It's time for new beginnings. So in this culmination energy, make sure you're doing some really good self-care in the next week, because you really exhausted a lot of your energy trying to make things work that just couldn't work. So make sure you get a massage or take a nice walk or a tubby, light some candles, watch a, funny movie, hang out with friends, whatever helps you restore your own energy and helps you to feel calm and settled and ready to move forward in the next segment of your life, because this is sort of an ending of a situation, and endings bring new beginnings. So I'd love for you to have enough energy to tackle the new beginnings. All right. Rochelle, another knight, the Knight of Trees. He's really using the tree to ground him. See the roots going beneath him, and his back is up against the tree. And so when we have the Knight of Trees, we're often in a place where we need to be the stable one for other people. And boy, is that a tough road for us to haul, because it's when we are in that energy, it's like we become the caretaker. And I want you to think of this more as a custodian. Like you have the keys and you're in charge, but you're not mothering everybody. You're standing watch and you're helping them stay grounded. So in this energy, it's time for you to kind of move forward on your own and allow other people to stand in their own energy. I'm feeling a lot of frustration energy that you've had to go through. So really do some heavy duty grounding to get other people's energy off of you, so that you aren't resenting the fact that they got under your skin a little bit. So now it's time for you to hold the keys to your own future. And you don't have to, you can help other people by guiding them, but don't let them deplete you. Does that make sense? All right, I hope so. All right, Anne. So Anne, your card is the Queen of Trees. Love this for you. So the Queen of Trees is calling on you to really bring in your feminine nurturer. The Queen of Trees really she's almost like Mother Earth. She takes care of the animals and the trees and her surroundings, and she just loves everybody up. And so that is your energy for the next week, like really kind of spreading that Mother Nature energy. I even see you like walking barefoot outside and putting stuff out in the bird feeder, or like watering the plants and talking to them, and just really spreading that mama love from that kind of nurturing, caretaking place. But it really feels nature related. I'm not sure how much people related it is. And even for some of the animals too. So really put on that kind of Mother Nature hat and let it be you. Let that be your persona this week. And I just keep seeing all the love energy flowing out of your heart and sharing it with nature and with everything in nature. You and your sister have so much of that in common. So thank you for doing that. All right. Brenda. So your card, my dear, is the 10 of Stars. So the 10 of Stars can be, in each deck, they're a little bit different. In this deck, it's cautioning. It's a cautioning card. Because in the 10 of Stars, we can get a little bit in the hoarding energy. And what I mean by that is we can hold on really tight to stuff and think that it's mine. It's mine, and I can't share it and I can't give it away. I need it all. Where there are other people around us who could use a little and we could share. When we get in that kind of hoarding energy, we actually start to shut down our first chakra, which causes us to get ungrounded, which then sometimes causes us to hoard more, to hang on to things more. So to help break apart the hoarding type of energy, and again, it's not, I'm not like imagining in your house you've got bags and bags on top of things. It's not that. It's that like, it's mine and I've got to hold on to it. We do it with money all the time, right? We're worried about the future, so we don't spend in the moment, and then we regret it later. That's the type of thing that we can do with the hoarding energy. So I'm encouraging you to find ways to let go of certain things that you don't have to hold on to so tightly. And that could be as simple as going through your closet and getting rid of things that you no longer need. It could be getting rid of, do you have, 500 million plastic bags from the store, and, you're never going to use them all, and you continue to get more. Could you recycle them in some way? Could you donate them to, your animal shelter, and maybe they use it for litter boxes? I don't know. But that giving away, that tithing energy will help release this stuckness, because hoarding energy really gets us caught in a primal pattern, and it doesn't allow energy to flow very well. So really think about, how can I bring more water and flow into my life? And there's a lot of letting go that can move that quickly for you. All right. Andrew, nice to see you. All right, so your card is the Three of Hearts. Nice. And the Three of Hearts is all about joy. Woohoo! So this week, it's all about, how can you bring joy into your life? How can you experience joy? And I always think of the inner child, like, how can you play? Get the child out to play. And then when you do that, your heart just explodes with joy. And summer is such a great time for this. Get outside and play. And be around children if you can, because they really strike our imagination, and they really invite us to be creative, and do things that just make you laugh. And if you're having a hard time, well, at least just watch a funny show or a funny movie on TV to get the funny bone going. But that will help open the heart to make room for your inner child to explode with joy, and to call other children together and have fun, to play with you, play to you. I don't know. The words are kind of funny, but I see a bunch of people whose inner children need to go have a play date, and getting to do that. So have some fun and bring some joy to some other people as well as yourself. All right, Sandy. So you have the Four of Angels. This is a card I had last week. So the Four of Angels is, it's time for you to rest. If you have been having difficulty sleeping, a lot of people have, because of the turbulent energy, this is time for you to start catching up on that and really trying to focus on getting enough rest. And if you're not sleeping at night, then you need to be building a nap into your afternoon. But your body needs rest to repair and rejuvenate. And when we stretch ourselves thin, we get nothing but cranky. So how can you bring some rest in? And maybe just concentrating on self-care. I had a massage on Monday, and that really helped me let go of a lot of energy. And then after I had it, I was able to sleep really well. So maybe something like that, or taking a nice warm bath, or something that can help you, using lavender on your pillow, can help you sleep better as well. But your body is exhausted, your soul is exhausted, and it all needs rest to rejuvenate and to rebuild. So get to it, sweetie. Take care of you. All right. Seeing where we're at. I don't know if we have any more cards because I don't have.
That was the last
All
card.
right, that was the last card. Okay. All right, nice. So yeah, we're in this place where we're learning the new thing. So I'm gonna give a last card to Neshi because she never asked for herself, but she needs one. So Neshi, yours is the Queen of Hearts. Shocking. So the Queen of Hearts is telling you to be the queen of your own queendom, but it's also inviting you to use your intuition and your sixth sense on a lot of shifts and changes that are happening right now. So I know there's been a lot of things moving and shifting and having to be done differently, and just keep tapping into your spiritual team, tapping into your intuition, especially over the next week, because that's what's going to get you through. So with that, you guys, thank you for being here on Soul Connections. I really enjoy being able to share messages and healing with you. It helps me to be in alignment with my soul purpose, which is to heal the healers, so that you guys can get out there and shine your light the way you are meant to, because we need all of you that we can. And then with Star Nations tomorrow, I know we have the spiritual roundtable with Neshi at 3:00, and I think Constance's show is the Spiritual Mysteries show, but it's tomorrow night at 8. And I love Connie and her wisdom, and I hope I got the name of her show right because I forgot to write it down and I'm a little ungrounded. But in any case, join us again at Star Nations. We love having you. I will be here every Wednesday at 7 with Soul Connections, and every Tuesday at noon with Chakra Sessions. And if you missed this week's Chakra Sessions, there was a lot of really cool information about natural remedies that can help you as you're going through some of these tumultuous times. And with that, guys, mwah, have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.